Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet, and today we are checking out Cheer Up by TWICE, and I am super excited to be getting into more TWICE music, especially since I have heard the chorus, at least I think the chorus of the song, maybe just part of it at some point. It sounds like a really upbeat, fun song, but I said kind of the same thing about like UA, which shocked me a little bit when I actually listened to the whole song. So just for like transparency's sake though, I have heard at least part of the chorus of this song. I've also like seen a clip of the music video. I think they're in like a gymnasium or something where they're like some of the choreo is. This song came out around the time when I first got into K-pop, so it was kind of in the peripheral of me discovering stuff in this part of the music world. So I have like a core memory of this song just being like the chorus and like that clip of the MV being played all of the time at like music shows and like people talking about like what is the top song right now for like this week or this year or whatever. So I definitely have some knowledge going into the song what it's going to be, but I said that about like UA and it shocked me, so I am ready to just dive into this and have another fun song to add to my playlists, and hopefully won't be like too shocked at the production, but I'm also kind of looking forward to it. It's this weird give and take that I have with TWICE at this point. But let's get into this song and of course listening to it first and focusing in on the production and the vocals and all of that kind of stuff, and then we'll check out the MV. So let's get into the song. Okay, I'm so excited. Ooh! Oh, these are all fun little sounds. I like the little bell. Oh, the bell! Oh, that's fun. Oh, there's like super fun like sounds in the production, but also like the way that they're singing has this playfulness because it's almost like it's up and down, but it's like a bit sharper, that it just kind of feels almost like skipping, you know, which I really like. I think it's super fun so far. I like that we're choosing some of the softer tones. I feel like we had Nahyun at the beginning too, is a bit more power, but with like Sana and Mina, where they have a bit of a softer tone to the way that they're singing. So it has kind of this like innocence to it, but also almost like dreamy kind of quality to it. Like, you know, when you're kind of, again, like Puppy Love, like I was talking about when I was listening to their previous album, which seems to be kind of the vibe of it, where it's like you're getting a phone call from someone and being a little bit giddy about it. So there's almost something like shy or reserved about having that like softer tone at the beginning of the song. Just super fun already. I'm like already smiling. I love that, like, not that I'm bragging or anything. Oh, so yeah, I said shy. Wait, is that what this is from? I know that. Sorry, just like it clicked in my brain. I was like, I know the shy thing because it's like in memes and stuff. People will put it in like edits. I feel like I've just had like a revelation that that's what this is from. Okay, well, we've solved the mystery. You can tell that I watch a lot of K-pop edits, I guess. Don't we all? Don't judge me. Ooh, we have like a building happening in the production. We even, before we get into it, we even had like kind of a build up with the vocals because like I was saying, we were kind of sticking with people who have a bit of a softer tone, and even having Tsui come in, she has like a softer tone, but she can kind of switch between them. It's the same with like Momo, where like there are moments where they soften up a lot and then other moments where you get more of that like brighter closed sound. So it was like starting with the like softer, breathier voices, switching into kind of a middle ground, and then getting into Junghyun, who definitely has a lot more power as we're like building up into that chorus. So I just love the way that they arranged that to like kind of tell the story and to like build up the momentum of the song with the way that they arranged it. It's just so cute. I also get like ignoring a phone call. If you call me, I'm not picking up. I panic. oh, sorry, like I got distracted by Junghyun put like a little bit of a cry at the end there, and I really, really like that before we get into the chorus, which I definitely have heard. Love that. Oh, I love a vocal slide. Okay, one thing, super fun chorus. I'd never heard the second part of it, so I was right in that I'd only heard part of it before. I love the bass in it. It's like sustained, which I think is just like a really interesting kind of like grounding to the chorus when you have like the higher vocals and all of these little like synth sounds happening. But I also feel like, I don't know if they're talking to like themselves of like cheer up, or if they're talking to like this person that has called them and they like kind of panicked and didn't pick up, where it's like, you know, try again, right? Like that kind of thing of like, I didn't at that moment, I was kind of like, you know, I was shy, I was with my friend, I didn't really know what to say, like don't kind of rush me into this, but like don't give up, that kind of a thing. Which as like someone who could just be socially awkward, yeah, like if you call me, I'm not picking up. If you talk to me when I'm not ready to have a social interaction, I will just like, my brain will forget that words exist, and I'll just kind of like stare at you for a bit, scared, until I figure out how to make words, and that I might say something, but even then it might fail me. I either have to be in social mode, or I'm like the complete opposite. I am not socializing. I've turned off, which is like weird because I could be like super social and nice and chat with people, but I have to be in that mindset. You can't like sneak up on me. So that's why phone calls I think freak me out, because it's unprompted. If you're gonna call me, tell me ahead of time, and I'm also busy that day, so don't call me. Yeah, it's like, give it a little more, like it's like, keep trying. Yeah, see, I feel like almost, okay, I read a little vocal in the back. I always feel like the like get it together is almost talking to themselves. Where it's like before, it's like the first part of the chorus is almost like to the person that is like trying to have a conversation with them and stuff that they're kind of like shy around, and then like the second part is almost a pep talk to themselves, like get it together, like, you know, like we can do this, which is all just really cute, because haven't we all had those moments where like you don't really know how to talk to someone, even if it's like, I feel like this is obviously leading towards kind of like crush and that kind of a thing, and again like puppy love kind of phase of that, but I feel like, don't we have that with like anyone we get kind of flustered by, as, you know, again, as someone who's socially awkward, of just like anyone, right? Like anyone that you like respect or that you look up to, or just someone who's like has like a demeanor about them, right? That you just kind of feel like you don't really know like how to approach them, because you're like, I am just but a mere mortal, you know? Maybe this is just me projecting, but I've definitely had those moments where I'm just like, oh, I don't know how to talk to you. And I say this as someone who like long time ago, not that long ago because I'm young, but I used to work in the music industry as a music critic, and I also would interview people, and interviewing was like the most nerve-wracking thing, because it was like having to talk to someone that I like legitimately looked up to, and I was just like, I don't know how to talk to this person, but like I have to, and it would be a whole thing. That vocal in the back though? Okay, reading somebody's text messages but ignoring their calls? Me. How many? Raise of hands. How many of us will like read someone's message, maybe not reply, and will definitely ignore the phone calls? Cause that me. It's also acknowledging that like this other person they're talking to is like also nervous and doesn't quite know how to like talk to them either. So it's like this back and forth, and it's really cute. But we had a vocalization in the back, and I love the passing back and forth with Chaeyoung and Dahyun, of like those two going back and forth, which I think is really interesting, just like arrangement wise. I guess a little bit of percussion in the chorus.
전화기가 여기서도 보여 바로바로 대답하는 것도 매력 없어 메시지만 읽고 확인 안 하는 건 기본 너무 심이 나보 이러다가 지칠까봐 걱정되긴 하고 안 그럼 내가 더 빠질 것만 같아 답장을 못 해줬어 미안해 친구를 만나느라 샤샤샤 만나긴 좀 그렇고 미안해 좀 이따 연락할게 later
You can always, later is always later though. I love how it's like a mixture, right, of like someone who is also shy and kind of insecure about this interaction, but then it's also like the other person. You're kind of like, okay, I need you to not be nervous because I'm nervous. Like, I'm shy, I'm nervous, I'm anxious about this. And if you're also anxious about this, it's gonna make me more anxious about this. So like, you know, let's both get it together so we can have this conversation and stuff like that. And it is kind of with the almost like lilt to the vocals of it. It kind of feels that way of like uncertainty. Because before I was like, oh, it's kind of fun because it has kind of this like skipping bounce to it. But it also has this feeling of like uncertainty, of almost like wavering, of like not really knowing where the vocals should be, right? Like it's kind of warbling around, which I think can also be symbolic of that being nervous, being anxious about the conversation that you're having, but at the same time like not wanting to like not pursue this, like, you know, it's like that weird in between of like not quite knowing how to interact with someone yet that you have some kind of strong feeling towards. I know in this it's probably on the surface about having like a crush, but I feel like you can always interpret songs of like projecting them into other kinds of situations. So it's like still being like nervous about it because you don't quite know how to interact with that person yet, because you don't know them well enough. So you haven't like relaxed into kind of like a normal flow of conversation, but you still like want to get to know that person. So it's like that weird, like you know them, but like you don't actually know them yet, right? So it's cute. I love the little slide up. Also the like layered vocal on it, because it's almost like two like copied vocals that are just like layered on top, and it's only in some parts of the songs where they some parts of the line where they have those like two vocals kind of on top of each other. So it makes like I don't know, it's like a weird sound because it's not like a harmony with the two vocals on it. It's just like a fuller sound, which I think is really interesting for like the chorus part of it, where it's a little bit more of a encouragement, right? It's a little bit more of a moment of like, we'll get there. Like eventually we'll be able to like relax enough to like actually have a conversation, but like, you know, we just have to keep trying. We'll get there. It's almost like slightly out of sync too. I was not prepared for everything to go out and then have that vocal hit me that way. They're so good at choosing who sings what parts, like choosing the right vocal tone for which parts of the song. Like, I love when Nayeon puts that little cry into her voice. Like, it went right to my heart. Oh, God. That drum, though. I wasn't expecting a little breakdown. Ooh, a little fun vocal. Ugh, always love the vocals in the back. Oh, how it had kind of that like giddy, nervous kind of feeling to it and all the different like parts. I love the way that they arranged who was singing what parts to the song as well. I feel like this music video is going to be so much fun. Like it's just going to be so adorable and I am here for every second of it. So I feel like this is like not like a most depth song that I've heard from them, especially since I've heard some of their newer stuff, but it is a whole lot of fun and I totally get why I was hearing about this song all the time when I was getting into K-pop because yeah, I get why you'd want to just like have this on and like dance and have a fun time. Like it must be so much fun to watch like a live performance because I am sure that like everyone is like yelling the chorus of this song. So let's get into the MV though. MV. Okay. Wait, I wanted to see the year. Yeah, 2016. Don't tell me we're getting POVs because that'll get to me. The like camera though? Okay, so like POV because you have like the person with the camera. You're playing hard to get? Oh! Oh, I love that with like the lens where it's like what it appears on the outside and then you put the lens over and it's like this is what's actually going on and it's like darker and you can see the like nervousness and anxiety and stuff that like is underneath the like kind of nonchalant kind of playing hard to get persona, right? I love that. Their smiles though. Ooh. Oh, I love the like different kind of personas. Like we have like the kind of retro that they had, and then we have like kind of the darker, like nervous one, and then we have this one that's like really cutesy over the top, and then that like elegant kind of formal where it's like all of these different kind of sides to them. And I feel like that kind of fits into some of the lyrics of the song where they were talking about like, did I push it too far? Or like, have I, like, are you going to lose patience with me? And that kind of a thing where it's almost like, what kind of like persona should I have that'll be the best to like make you like want to talk to me, but also doesn't like make it seem like I want to talk to you too much, you know, like overthinking it, right? Of like, how do you want to present yourself and like, what's the best choice? Ooh, look at these opus, like Spice. This is the part that I've seen. Okay, I love that they're like cheerleaders though, because that fits with the like cheer up, but it's also like it kind of fits into the vibe of them like in their younger years, the more like cutesy things, definitely geared towards the demographic of like teenagers and stuff like that. So having the kind of gymnasium sports day kind of feeling to it fits with that, but having it be like be your own cheerleader and also like having all the members cheering together for each other, I think is really symbolic of like them being there for each other. And then of course having a bunch of people in the audience, which I'm assuming is kind of like once, right? Like all of us kind of cheering for each other and like rooting for each other and, you know, being kind of that comfort in moments when you do feel nervous and shy and anxious and, you know, emotions swirl and stuff like that, to have that kind of like cheering mentality behind you. Also, the choreo is really cute. Oh, I love that little like run thing too. The choreo is really cute. Like, it's unfair. honestly. Like, I know that that's the vibe that they're going for, but like it's almost like pushing me into like the cute aggression, you know, where like something is just too cute.
아무렇지 않게 내가 널 좋아하는 맘 모르게 Just get together and then maybe turn up I need you 안절부절 목소리가 여기까지
We're in a western now?
젖은 전화기가
Ooh,
여기서도 보여
that's pretty.
바로 대답하는 것도 매력 없어 메시지만 읽고 확인 안 하는 건 기본 너무 심이 나보 이러다가 지칠까봐 걱정되긴
Why is she so cute? Why is she so cute though? Your little cowboy outfit.
매력 없어 메시지만 읽고 확인 안 하는 건
This is a beautiful set though.
너무 심이 나보 이러다가 지칠까봐 걱정되긴 하고
I know she's wanted.
안 그럼 내가 빠질 것만 같아 빠질 것만 같아 답장을 못해줘서 미안해 친구를 만나느라 샤샤샤
Why is there a cow?
미안해 좀 이따 연락할게 later 저러지 마 어디 가지 않아
This one's kind of intimidating.
Yeah, baby. 너무 빨리 싫어 성의를 더 보여 내가 널 기다려줄게 Turn up baby Turn up baby 좀 더 힘을 내 연하가 쉽게 마음을 주면 안 돼 그래야
Okay, there's smiles too.
좋아하게 될걸 태연하게 연기할래 아무렇지 않게 내가 널 좋아해
I just noticed their little like dance with like their hands at their sides. It's so cute. I love all the different rooms. I want to know, are the different like kind of sets and the different kind of like outfits and like vibe of the scenes, are each of them kind of like representative of one of the members maybe? Like they each kind of have something to represent them, their personality or like the specific story that they want to tell in like this particular context. I don't want to like, you know, dive too deep into things, but that's kind of the vibe I was getting with like we were going through it kind of a second time where I'm like, I feel like these are kind of more of their personalities coming through or like something to like represent them in this context.
그래야 네가 날 더 좋아하게 될걸 태연하게 연기할래 아무렇지 않게
That one, that move there is so cute.
나는 맘 모르게 Just get together and then maybe turn up
Oh.
또 네가 좋아 상처 입을까봐 걱정되지만 여자니까 이해해주길
Oh, I wasn't ready. Okay, someone give them an award for acting if that has not happened up to this point because Mina like got me a little bit my heart and then Nayeon came and I was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna break my heart. All right, that's fine.
내가 널 좋아하는 맘 모르게 Just get together and then maybe turn up
This is beautiful too. The like cherry blossoms.
상처 입을까봐 걱정되지만 여자니까 이해해주길 속마음 들킬까봐 고민아 지금처럼 조금만 더 다가와 그리 오래 걸리진 않아 Just get together and then maybe turn up Yeah, real man, yeah Gotta see you love me like a real man Real man, yeah Real man, yeah
This is cute choreo too. I like there's a Pegasus too. Yeah, this one's intimidating. Ooh. Cute. Well, it's like all of the different scenes colliding. I do wonder, yeah, like are each of the different sets kind of like their different personalities or like their different representations and stuff, and they all have like kind of different ways of how they would deal with that kind of a situation and kind of like the mentality that they would have. Like some of them would be like very like elegant in that situation, some of them would be like a little bit more assertive and aggressive, some of them would be like very kind of like cutesy and shy, some of them would just like straight up panic. I don't know what was going on with Nayeon, but like I just want to give her a hug, like make sure she's okay because she seemed like she had the darkest one out out of them and was panicking quite a bit. But super fun. Love the like gymnasium kind of cheerleader. They were like in the stadium too, and like the choreo that I got to see. I feel like this would be so much fun to like watch them perform that like my face hurts from smiling. Like all of their smiles too. Like the first video I ever reacted to of Twice, I was like, their smiles, how come they're all so amazing? Like how come they lift my spirits so much? I don't know, but that song, super fun. Gonna put out a playlist and listen to it probably way too much. That is definitely like a music video that I feel like I want to come back to and kind of like see all the little details and their different like kind of sets that they had and like the different things that were like in the backgrounds and things, because I think they'll be super fun. There's probably also like some Easter eggs, because I'm thinking if this is the single leading into their album and like a new era of their music, there's probably some hints in there of like stuff that's gonna come later. All around super fun. I loved how they had like their own kind of representations in that music video, because I feel like it just added so much vibrancy to the music video, and it showed like all these different sides, right? Like I feel at the beginning of their journey, Twice was like more into like kind of like the cutesy girl crush kind of thing, especially like in their debut and stuff. And that is just like from conversations that I've had with people in the comments of some of my videos, that's kind of like where they start and they evolve more into the stuff that I've heard in their more current stuff, where they've kind of grown up, right? Like both in their concept and like as people into these other things that they use as like imagery and the different topics that they discuss and stuff like that. But I love in this one where I feel like it showed the dynamics of the group, like that there is all of this variety to the group and how they can represent themselves. Some great acting in parts of it too, so like that's like in my radar, that's going to be something that I want to investigate. Have they done acting? Are we petitioning for there to be acting? Because I will put my signature on that. There are some idols where I'm like, I need you to be in something because you're so good. So I love that they got to show some of the more things that they were kind of capable of from a aesthetic side of things in the music video, and kind of like how they wanted to present themselves. I wonder how much of that imagery is going to end up in the album that comes after this. So it just makes me more excited for their album, which I think is great for a single that's coming out, that it makes me just want to check out more and more of their music, which always happens. You know, every time I discover more Twice, I just want more. Like it's never enough, which I feel like you all get me on that one. But I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click those plays to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you miss next time I post a Twice reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!